Welcome back to Market on Close. Now for a look at the crypto space, particularly Coinbase. I'm pleased to be joined by Owen Lau, Executive Director, as well as Senior Analyst at Oppenheimer, with the fun job of covering companies like Coinbase and digital assets and crypto. So Owen, first off, thanks for joining me. Happy Friday. We got the earnings takeaways from Coinbase. I got these huge printouts of all your heavy-duty research. Why don't you give us the kind of headline takeaways from your perspective?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you for having me, Alex, and happy Friday to you too. So the headline is, you see many headlines about they missed this and they missed that on revenue. I felt like overall, they printed the bottom line EPS at $1.94. Consensus is also $1.94. So I would say this quarter was broadly in line with the analyst estimate. The one thing which was surprising or maybe weaker than expected was actually the guidance. I felt like the 2Q second quarter guidance in terms of the subscription revenue and also the trading revenue were a little bit below the expectation. So that's why I think it explains why the stock is down by about 2-3% today.
And that explains also maybe why it appears to me, correct me if I'm wrong, you adjusted your price target down by a matter of $10, $279, and your most recent now at $269. You do keep the outperform stock rating on the company. Is this just still one of those companies where it's the best in breed in a growing industry, and that's regardless of the setbacks that it may have, it's still the best of the bunch?
You're exactly right. We adjusted a little bit down because of the weaker than expected May trading volume so far. Now we have 7 or 8 days trading volume. It has been going down from April. So the trend has not been their friends so far. But I would say this is mainly driven by the macro factor, in particular on tariff. When you look at the trading volume over the past 2 days, it skyrocketed from about $1.7 billion every day, like in the first 6 days of May, to around $4-5 billion over the last 2 days, when we saw some de-escalation of trade war narrative coming out. So what I would say is it can turn quickly in terms of trading volume. If we see more de-escalation, the trend or maybe the trend can reverse and you will see the stock to go back up. So that's why we maintain our outperform rating. And you're right, this is still one of the leading crypto exchanges in the world.
So, Owen, as we stay with Coinbase, but we shift gears slightly and we look at this acquisition that was announced as well, it looks like an expansion into the derivative space is going to be the goal of this Deribit, I believe it's pronounced, acquisition. What do you make of this? Do you think this was a shrewd move, or are there question marks around this one?
So 3 key points I want to make here. Number one, this is the largest M&A deal in the crypto history. It was like a $2.9 billion deal. The second point is, look at the structure of the deal. Coinbase only spent about $700 million in cash, and they are going to issue $11 million in shares. So if you go back to like 2-3 years ago during crypto winter, they were laughed at being a public company. Now they're whipping the benefits of being a public company and can issue stocks to make one of the large, or not one, this is the largest M&A deal in crypto world. The third point is, you're right, they expand into the option trading that complement with their existing spot and futures trading. So it will help them expand internationally and offer one-stop shop to offer spot and derivative within Coinbase. So those are key points.
Owen, as we take a look at this entire industry, so much optimism after the election of Donald Trump, with this thought that this new administration was going to be more favorable to crypto, at least from a regulatory standpoint. And perhaps that just means clarity and maybe less, hostile in that regulatory clarity. But then also, we've seen so much volatility in the overall markets, yet I look over at Bitcoin and it's done all right. How much do you think that's done to improve sentiment around the crypto industry as a whole?
If you look at the fundamental, you're definitely right. We have the most pro-crypto president, administration, Congress, and even the SEC. So now they are moving into the direction that we are going to have more regulatory clarity. The Senate and the House passed the stablecoin so-called Genius Act and also the Stablecoin Act already in the committee. But they hit some roadblock this week. I believe it will get resolved at some point. But still, the trend is still moving to the favorable direction longer term. So the key point again is we just need to get the tariff de-escalation so that people can get more get more into the risky assets to kind of like maybe the Bitcoin will try a new time high.
Good stuff. Owen Lau, I appreciate it so much. I hope you have a great weekend and we'll catch up soon.